Hello, family. It is Emily with Claim Brilliance, and welcome to today. We are going to be talking about dreams versus goals and how do you make your dreams into a reality and turn those dreams into goals. Let me first begin by introducing myself. So, who am I? First of all, I am a mother and a wife. I've been married for over 22 years. I have five beautiful people in my household. I am a certified life coach and mentor with three key elements, as well as have taken Yale classes. I've participated in Toastmasters, and I have once upon a time set up a beautiful co op with one of my dear friends where we served our community for 2 years, and we were the leaders of that, and that was called Bountiful Baskets. I have traveled. I love to travel inside the United States. We recently moved from Utah to North Carolina, and then from North Carolina here to the Phoenix area. And so we drove. We've been through all of those states back and forth and love it. So I love traveling, been to some beautiful out of the country places and have really enjoyed our travels. So I love to travel. Let's see. I'm an avid reader. I love learning. I love reading and learning and getting mentors and learning from them. I have been a student of public speaking for years. It has been a lifelong dream of mine to be able to do this. Um, and I love it. It's so much fun for me to be able to share what I have learned and to hopefully help you, whoever views this, beautiful people, realize your dreams, realize your goals, and make the best out of your life. Let's see. Like I said, down there, the next one is I've moved around quite a bit. In the last 22 years, we have moved 17 times. So we move quite a bit. I like to tell people that I collect friends, which is kind of fun. I was a server for Olive Garden and a mentor in that capacity as well. Was able to be a trainer for that company, teaching other new servers how to be effective servers. My love for God, learning, and people has taken me down amazing roads. As I continue down those roads, I look forward to serving the masses. I wanted to read that because it's said so beautifully that I wanted it to be said word for word. So, all right. So this is who I am. Again, my name is Emily Breyer, and I am also the founder of Claim Brilliance. If you would like to know a little bit about why I chose Claim Brilliance, there's actually two reasons. Claim means to take upon yourself. Brilliance, I thought of education as well as spiritual. You think of the sun and the moon and the stars and how brilliant they are and the light that they shine upon us. It's just beautiful, and we can be that light. So that's where my name came from. It's Claim Brilliance, is to claim not only your brilliance, God's light that shines through you, but also the brilliance that we are all born with. So today's agenda, let's go over this. We are going to learn how to go from dreaming to goal setting. And how do you take one thing and mesh it into the other? And daydreaming is so much fun, and it's part of creation. And then we're going to talk about what stops us. Oh my goodness. Let's figure out what stops us so that we can move forward and get going with our lives and become unstoppable. That's what we're going to talk about, is how we can become unstoppable And then bust yourself. Create the do's and don'ts of your goal. This is going to be key to being able to realize what holds you back. And then action steps and follow through. Let's go to the first one. So what is a goal? Well, a goal, the first step to any goal is to dream. Daydream. Figure it out. Want something. How is it going to be when you get that? Like, dream about it. Play in your head. Be creative. It's crazy because everything that you see, this wallpaper, oh, wrong way, this wallpaper, that light, this mic, every single thing, this computer, everything that we use today, including our glasses and our outfits, even the bobby pins, like everything first started out as a daydream, a thought. So thought is the first step, and then you daydream about it. The next step is to write it down. When you go from dreaming to writing something down, you go from dreaming to making it a reality. So write down what your dream is. What do you want to do? What do you want to create? Who do you want to be with? Where do you want to go? This is your life, and we only get one. I love that we can make money. Like, money is something that we lose it and we make it and we enjoy it and we can get frustrated with it, but it comes and goes, it ebbs and flows. But time, you never can get time back. So writing down your daydreams, writing down your goals, writing it down, and then adding detail is the second step in achieving, going from dreams to goals. It's writing it down. And then learn about it. Say you want to go on a cruise. What kind of a cruise? Who do you want to be there? What kind of room do you want? Does it have a swimming pool? How far away is it? What's the ticket price? How will you benefit? Who will you bring with you? What will it smell like? What will it sound like? What will it feel like to be on the ocean rocking in the waves? Or is it just clean? Like, is it just smooth? Like, what does it feel like? Maybe you are a public speaker like myself. What does it feel like to be able to record? What does it feel like to be able to play with your audience? What kind of audience members are there? Who are you influencing? What do you want? Write it down, add detail, learn about it, like how much does it cost? Where can you buy the tickets? All of that. Where is the launching start at? Is it on the California coast or is it on the Florida coast? Yeah, so cool. So learn about what it is that you want and then dissect it. So when you dissect it, after you learn about it, you're going to grab some more details, like how much does it cost? What's the timeline? When do they ship off? You're going to find some facts. So you learn about it, then you find some facts, and then you can dissect it and create a plan. So how much money is needed? Where are they launching off at? That's for a cruise. But if you're doing like weight loss goals, what's the food? How often do you need to eat? How often do you need to exercise? What kind of exercise are you going to have to do to get to the goal that you want? So dissecting it into tiny little pieces makes it more palatable. Trying to eat the elephant, it's super hard, right? You're going to get so overwhelmed. So one of my goals is to take a bus to take a bus and make a schoolie. I just think it would be so much fun. So, what are my steps? I've dreamt about it. I have a bus on my vision board. I have some details. I have some ideas. So, what's yours? What are the details? So after you dissect it and get the details, then you can take those details and put it into a plan. And as you put it into a plan, then it doesn't seem so overwhelming. If you're doing like a diet, you trust the process. You do the work, and then you keep daydreaming about what the results are going to be. What are you going to feel like? This is where a vision board would come in perfectly, because you're going to think, okay, if I do that, when I hit my goal, I'm going to be what kind of a person are you going to be? Who are you going to influence? Getting those details is so, so, so important. Okay, so creating a plan. Step 1, get up at 5 a.m. Step 2, have my shoes at the end of my bed. Step 3, set the alarm clock. I maybe didn't do that in order, but set the alarm clock. Make sure the alarm clock is away from my bed so I can't just hit it and go back to sleep and not realize what had happened. Set yourself up for success by creating bite-sized pieces of your goal that you can then implement. Okay. I want to go into our mind. So I've kind of gone into like the logistics. Now it is time to go behind the scenes. So our conscious mind is where we learn every single day, like we just consciously know what's happening, okay? Our conscious mind can process 40,000 bits of information per second. That is so much. But it's our subconscious that really counts, okay? So the subconscious actually can process 400,000 bits of information per second. I have a couple of things on the screen that I want to point out. So we have our conscious mind, and we're gonna go with the ship thing, okay? So our conscious mind is like the pilot of the ship, the captain. And it's going to tell the subconscious where to go. The subconscious is the fire, the engine room, the rudder, everything below the surface, okay? And when we tell, like, our conscious mind can say, oh yeah, I have good eating habits, or I have good money files, or I have good whatever it is. But when you look at the results of your life, what is actually happening? How is your income? How is your weight? How is your influence? How is whatever your goal is? How is it? What are the outside appearances for the inward dreams and hopes? This is where the subconscious comes in. So the subconscious is the flame, it is the rudder, and the captain, the conscious mind, is the captain. The subconscious mind actually goes to sleep during the day, kind of. So the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, they don't actually communicate when you're fully awake. So these right here are files. We have mind files. So one can be finances, one can be weight, one can be relationships, one can be time, one can be like whatever it is that you're going for, your goal. And these mind files are being protected. This line right here is called the reticular activating system. activation, reticular activating system. And what that does, it has two functions. First of all, when we were moving to North Carolina, all of a sudden we started seeing North Carolina plates everywhere. So the reticular activating system it's like a, hey, look, there's proof there, there's proof there, there's proof there, there's proof there that you're going to hit your goal. And then the second thing it does is it also protects those mind files. So when they say that it takes 30 days for you to create a habit, this is actually how long it takes for you to get a new idea, a new pattern, a new habit to go through the reticular activating system and into the subconscious, where your subconscious will then accept it, and then it can actually take up to a whole year, 365 days, to create that new habit to last a lifetime. So this is where I want to go with this. In our past, this is where these files come from. In our past, we have had amazing experiences like wins and woohoo, life is good, and then we've had failures. Well, let me tell you about one of mine, my failures / amazing experiences. So I decided, my husband and I were kind of going through a rocky phase. So I decided that I was going to start running. He liked to run and we needed to do something together. And I hated running, loathed it, didn't like it at all. But I wanted it because I wanted my marriage. So I was willing to work for that. And Steve was willing to work for that. And so together we started running. Well, fast forward. Okay, should I fast forward? Yeah, I'll fast forward. Fast forward. And okay. So I went from running for only 13 seconds at a time. It was awful. Everything jiggled, it wasn't pleasant. Everything, like 13 seconds at a time. And then I just kept telling myself, this is just the way my life is right. This is just the way my life is right now. This is just the way it is. I choose to live this way, and this is how my life is. Well, I kept doing that and kept doing that and kept doing that. And then I started to kind of like running. And I would go running when Steve wasn't going running. And all of a sudden, fast forward about a year and a half later, and I ran my first half marathon, first and only. It was kind of a one and done. I like the 5Ks and 10Ks. And I've ran the Tough Mudder twice. I really like that one. And then the Dirty Dash a handful of times, and Color Run. Anyways, so I was doing great. And I was having so much fun and loving life. And then I got hurt. I got tennis elbow on both of my arms, where it hurt so badly that I actually couldn't run anymore. I couldn't. I was done. I had worked so hard. And I couldn't anymore. Yeah. Now I'm starting to pick up running again. I've had some issues, but I'm working through those issues and slowly starting to run again. And my mind file, I'm going to just click on this one right there, okay? This mind file, we're going to call it the exercise mind file, the running mind file. And at first I was like, woohoo, I am the champion. Well, first I hated it, and then I loved it, and then I got hurt. And now as I'm starting to run again, this mind file starts opening up and saying, hey, remember when you hurt yourself? Oh, you shouldn't run anymore. Remember how blah, blah, blah. And that mind file it speaks really loud when I try to exercise or when I go running. So, what do we do to get rid of these mind files or to quiet them down, to replace them with new mind files? This is just one technique that is pretty powerful, but it is one technique that I do, and I teach all of my mentees how to do this. It's very, very powerful. So, what you do is you take a piece of paper, and this is past experiences, okay? These are your past experiences that have been blah, yucky, okay? But they are pretty powerful because our past actually can come up and either help us or hinder us. And so what we do is we take and we journal about all of these negative thoughts, negative experiences. We journal about them. And we write and write and write and write and write. Now, when I say that, set a time limit. Don't go over 20 minutes or set a page limit, because what happens is it's like a Pandora box is going to open. So we have file boxes, and we have negative emotion boxes. And what will happen is like opening the Pandora's box of negativity. All this stuff, what happens in the past, will come flooding up and flooding out and onto your paper. So setting a time limit or a page limit, time limit or page limit, so that you can be responsible. Okay. Now there's going to be more, so you can do this multiple times. I would suggest every other day, writing out negative experiences every other day, and you write for the allotted time or page number, minimum of 5 minutes, maximum of 20 minutes. And then you go wherever your thoughts take you. So if it's like, I just bounced a check, or I just bounced my withdrawal, I just bounced. And then all this frustration comes, all of these like so-and-so and so-and-so, and there was that one time and blah, 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 blah. And so you just go, because it could lead you to, like, first you bounce, and then it could take you to a rabbit trail of, and then there was that time I ate ice cream. Like, it doesn't really have to make sense. You just go where your mind, your subconscious goes. And your subconscious will be like, yes, we're setting things free. We're taking care of stuff. And so, because there's so much, it's really, really, I'm not going to be able to stress this enough. Really, really, really be in control. And the only way you can be in control of this is if you set a page limit or a time limit. Okay, so you write about whatever it is, and then you take that page and you burn it. Throw it away, tear it up, destroy it, burn it. You can do this a couple of different ways. You can either rip it up, which I suggest disassembling your junk, disassembling your old thoughts, disassembling your old loses, your old disappointments, it's the old stories that bring us, that won't let us move forward. So healing yourself, disassemble your old patterns, your old stories, write it all down, and then throw it away or burn it, trash it, burn it. And then after you're done, take a deep breath and replace that with positive affirmations. So I am worthy of, or I am going to, or I am worthy of. I am worthy of, is it money? I am worthy of a relationship. I am worthy of fitness and health. I am worthy of. And so that's the second part is going to go back here. Taking care of this. Taking care of this. So this line represents your past. And that could be 5 minutes ago. That could be 5 years ago. So the subconscious, let's go here for a minute. The subconscious does not know the difference between birth and now. That's opposite for you, birth and now. So it doesn't know the difference. So your subconscious says, oh yeah, remember that one time when you failed at such and such? Remember that one time when you were in school and somebody made fun of you when you tried really hard to look pretty when you were in the 4th grade? Remember that one time where you didn't ace that test? Remember that one time? What one times do you tell yourself? What excuses do you give yourself? So some of my excuses that I have used, they're wrong, but they're what my subconscious has brought up. So I'm going to share them with you. I'm too fat. I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm not smart enough. I'm not the right gender. I'm not the right color. Pretty sad, right? It's pretty sad. But here I am with you fine people doing a presentation, and is it perfect? Absolutely not. It's not perfect. It's not ever going to be perfect. But my hope is that it will influence, that it can touch somebody's heart, that what I say will change a life. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I'm here today, is to help change a life. And if I change lives, that will even be better. Okay, so subconscious, we are going to clean up the mind files. How do we clean up the mind files besides this? So let's go here. We have how to become unstoppable. So you have a do's list and a don'ts list. So your do's list, are things that you do. It's like a stop and go. Okay, we're going to talk about the go. So what are some tools that I can share with you today that are go tools? To-do list. Have a vision board. Create a vision board. A vision board is so important because our conscious mind communicates with our subconscious mind mainly through pictures and feelings. Also, when you're about to sleep, so on the vision board, you are going to look at least 2 minutes. So I don't care if you have 1 thing, 2 things, 3 things, 12 things. If you're just beginning, start small, focus on 1 thing, create a goal. Okay? Create a goal, get a picture of the goal, get some details, and then put the picture and a date when you want to achieve it on your goal board. Goal board, dream board, vision board, they're all the same thing. So then you put that in your room by your bed. So when you are falling asleep, you take 2 minutes, 5 minutes, however long it takes for you to fall asleep. But you look at that goal board and you dream about the goal. Think about it. What's it going to be like? Who's going to be there? How are you going to celebrate? Who is it going to influence? Pretty cool. It's kind of fun. Great way to fall asleep. And as you drift off to sleep your conscious kind of starts slowing down and your subconscious starts waking up. And at that point where you're just kind of groggy, they communicate together. They communicate through pictures as well as what you learned throughout the day, what you say to yourself, and how you say the things that you're going to do. So you do create a vision board. You do look at the vision board. You do write some declarations. That's the next one. Write declarations. And some of the don'ts: don't procrastinate. Oh my goodness, listen to your intuition. Is it going to be comfortable? Absolutely not. It's like driving a car. Right now, my son, he's getting a lot better, but he recently started driving and he was terrified to go the speed limit. He was terrified to stay, like, how is he going to keep the car between the lines? How is he going to take the curve without flipping it? How fast does he need to go? How fast does he need to slow down? Paying attention to all of the stop signs and the speed limit signs and the warning signs and everything. There's so much to learn. Well, when we're learning something new, it feels the same way. This is called cognitive dissonance. So if you fold your arms, just fold them, and then unfold them and fold them the other way, and it feels really weird. This is because your mind, your body, is so used to just folding your arms a certain way automatically that when you do it the other way, it has to think about it. It has to, like, that feels weird. That doesn't feel natural. When we do things for the very first time, we are building we're activating our cognitive dissonance, and we are building ourselves as people. All right, so don't procrastinate. Do it even when it's awkward. And then don't not pay attention to what you are saying, hearing, feeling, and experiencing. Do pay close attention to what you let into your mind. This beautiful device that we have, this God-given intelligence that we have been given, is so important to take care of it. And we have a tendency to belittle ourselves. We say things that are negative. We don't... Oh, sorry. Got distracted. We don't pay attention. We listen to music that has a good beat but awful lyrics. Well, when you put lyrics to music, again, there's a feeling that happens, and those feelings go into your subconscious. Super, super important. Do not listen to bad music. Even if it has a really good vibe, a really good beat, find music that is uplifting. Find music that has a good message. Listen to people, listen to friends, listen to podcasts, listen to movies that have a good message. Watch your brain. It is such a magnificent device, but it can be influenced if you listen to a negative song about breaking up or cheating or any drugs or alcohol or partying or like whatever it is. You listen to it with that beat, with the lyrics, you listen to it enough and it goes into your subconscious. So do create a vision board, do create declarations, do listen to good music, do clean out, write and burn, and don't procrastinate. Don't let awful things come into your mind. Protect it. Don't listen to the negative naysayers. Don't listen to the negative self-talk when it comes up, because it will. you need to be able to write down what it is that was said so you can journal about it. A great practice that I've done in my life and that was done by one of my mentors, Kirk Duncan, is make a list of people that have hurt you, or make a list of people, and it could be that one guy that said that one thing when I was walking home from school that one day. Like, you don't actually have to know the name, but write 10 names down. Make a list of 10 names. And as you make the list of 10 names or 10 experiences, write a letter to them, fully expressing how it made you feel, what they said, how it affected your life. Express it fully. And then, you do not ever send these letters. Do not. Nobody needs to know what was on these letters. It is your stuff. We're not spreading viruses, spreading negativity and talking about things in the past. It doesn't matter who said it. It doesn't matter what was said. It matters to you. This is part of forgiveness, okay? So we're forgiving. We're doing this by writing letters and disassembling them and burning them. And then if you're Christian, like I am, I say a prayer and ask Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, my Savior, to take this load from me. And then I say a prayer of gratitude, and then I say a prayer of asking forgiveness for my part. Now, my part may not, you always have a part. Now, I say this, one of my experiences was that my grandfather inappropriately did some inappropriate things to me when I was about 4 years old. So what was my part in that? As an innocent little girl, my part as a grown-up was not forgiving him. My part was blaming him for things that I did after the fact. My part was not forgiving him for letting it sit and nestle into my heart to the point where I was affected my entire life. That was my part. And not forgiving him and choosing not to, honestly, I didn't know how, but not knowing how, but also choosing to not move on and not letting him repent. Because I know he was sorry. I know he knows that he messed up, and so my part was not that he did that. My part was that I let those actions of him affect the rest of my life. Well, not anymore, but all right, so we went through that. Steps to move forward with momentum. So, let me see something. Nope. Okay. So, get a picture of what you want and put it on a poster board. Put it by your bed. Look at it twice a day, once before you go to bed, daydreaming about how it will be, who will be there, who will it influence, who will it affect, how can you celebrate, all of that. And then when you wake up, so this part, when you wake up, you're going to look at it again. Wake up a little bit early. 2 minutes is all you need to wake up. Wake up for 2 minutes, 5 minutes early. And then sit and look at that again. And then because your subconscious has been working on it all night, and then you wake up and there it is again, 2 things are going to come up. First, ideas. Ideas are going to come up and they're going to be like, blah, in your face. You want to write those ideas down. The second thing that is going to come up is all of the negative mind file crap, like you can't do it because. Okay? So you want to write both of those down. You want to write down the ideas, and you want to write down the negative stuff that comes up, the junk. Okay? All right. And then you want to write some words that can help you with your goal. I am healthy. And if you can't say I am, just start with the words healthy, positive, smart, successful. The list goes on and on. Play pretend before you go to bed and upon wakening. Write down the ideas and then act on the ideas. So here's the deal. Is there are two kinds of people in the world. There are those who, well, three. There are those who won't, like, they think that this kind of stuff is hokey, that it doesn't matter, and they're not really into development. Then there's the kind that will learn the information. And then there is the kind that will actually take and implement. This is what I'm hoping for you, is that you implement. So today, as soon as we're done here, go and get some masking tape. Go and get a poster board. Go and get, I don't care what it is, frame a piece of your wall with masking tape if that's all you have. Like, it doesn't matter. Just put a border. Get something with a border. Sorry, this way. Get something with a border. And then put a picture. A picture is worth 1,000 words because our subconscious speaks in pictures. Pictures and feelings. And words, especially if you put like music to it. So pictures, do it within 24 hours. Get a picture. Get a frame of some variety, get a picture on that frame, and then start looking at it twice a day for 2 minutes, a minimum of 2 minutes. Do that. If you do nothing but that, and then write down the things that come up, both the ideas as well as the garbage, the mind file that says, oh yeah, we can't because this happened. Or remember that one time when your arm started hurting. Remember that one time when, all of that. Okay. So, and find a great song, you guys. Find a great song and that talks about success, that talks about being enough. One of my very favorite songs was introduced to me by one of my family members. It's by Sleeping at Last, and it's called You Are Enough, and it is beautiful. Yeah, so do that. Those are your 3 things. So vision board, picture, writing down, 4 things, writing down the things that come up, and then finding a song and sing it at least once a day. All right. And in conclusion, if you are tired of going nowhere fast, if you feel like your life is on a hamster wheel and you're just going in circles, if you're looking for faster results, if you want to get better results, if you want to know your next steps, if you want someone to celebrate with you in your success, if you want to accomplish and hit your goals, I invite you at this time to work with me. I would love to be able to be your partner, and together we could do this. So this is my offer. I have 3 packages. The first package is my star package. It is 3 sessions for an hour each. It is worth well over $500. But right now, if you act before September, I am going to give it to you for under $100. So $97. 3 sessions, one-on-one. We're gonna get in there and get nitty gritty, figure out what is holding you back, give you some Lego techniques and some empowerment techniques and some goals, and it's going to be great. So we could do some really, really, really fantastic work with the STAR package. The next package is my Moon package. This is 5 60-minute sessions, well worth at least $1,500. But if you act before September, I'm giving this to you for $180. It's crazy. We could do so much, just fantastic work. And then my best package with the most mentoring sessions with bonuses, you're gonna have 6 months, 6 to 7, well, 6 to 8, 6 to 8 months with me, an hour and a half, 11 sessions, worth well over $18,000. But right now, if you act before September, you and I will work together for under $550. So $547 is what I am giving that package away for. And you are going to get things one-on-one, Zoom recorded. So all of our sessions are recorded so that you can go back. You'll be reporting, we'll be brainstorming and looking at the problems and underneath the surface answers. We're gonna go deep into what is holding you back, subconscious, and then get through the excuses. We're going to have clear next steps, and then I'm going to teach you kind of like what was on here, only we'll go more in depth. And so much training, and it's beautiful. The opportunity, all three packages are fabulous. And with any one of those, we could do such great work. All right, family, I thank you for being here. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. I look forward to hearing from you. Let me give you my email address. It is claimbrilliance@gmail.com. And when you email me, I will email you back, and we will get to setting to work and do great work. I'm excited to see your progress. I'm excited to have you become the master of your life. And I thank you very, very much. Have a blessed day. Bye.